Directive He. In Hebrew, direction can be indicated by adding what they call the Directive He at the end of certain nouns and adverbs. Now the bit we add on the end is actually more than just the He, it's Kametz He. And if this is our noun or adverb here, we add this on the end, and the accent is somewhere back from this. Okay, so it's direction is indicated when you add an unaccented Kametz He to certain nouns or adverbs. And the accent is important because it distinguishes it from the feminine singular forms of nouns that have the ending. Remember, a lot of nouns in the feminine singular will have this ending, but they will have the accent here. So that's how you can distinguish the two. If the accent is somewhere else, is back further, then it's probably the Directive He. Okay, let us look at some examples. So here we have Bayit. Bayit simply means house. Oops, I forgot to put this on here. Bayit. I have to write it again when I switch the screen here. Now if I'll put it back here. Bayit is house, but if I say Habaita, then what I have is to the house. This is the directional He, or He Directive, or Directive He. You can see the accent is still back here, so we're not talking about some feminine form. And actually we've made it definite, to the house, or toward the house. Another example, Midbar is wilderness. And then if we put the Directive He on the end, Ha Midbara. Ha Midbara. Notice the stress is here. If we didn't have this marker, then we'd think the stress is at the end. So the stress has to be back from here. So this would be to the wilderness. So those two were nouns. This is a noun, house. Habaita is toward the house, to the house. Midbar is a noun, wilderness. Hamidbara, toward the wilderness. Again, a noun. This is an example of an adverb. Sham means there, and Shama means to that place. So here we have an adverb that we've added the directional He, or the Directive He, to. Now, sometimes when we add that, we get some changes in here. No big surprise. We've seen that before. Changes when we add bits to words. This is eretz, meaning land or earth. And ha'arza. Notice how this eretz becomes ha'arza. We add the Directive He there to the earth. Earth to the earth. Now, why do we have a kametz or a patach here? Any idea? Remember, this is a segol, right? And this probably tells us that this was the historical vowel that was there, that eretz came from. But anyway, I'm not trying to talk to you about how you determine what the changes are, just to note that they are there. Sometimes you'll get some vocalization change. And this is an example. Okay, let's see what else we got. Kedem means east. Kedma means toward the east. Another vocalization change. We have a lengthening here. This went to a. And then our last example here, yam. Yam means sea. Don't confuse this with yom. Yom, by the way, is like this. Yom means day. Yam means sea. Also, don't confuse it with am, which means people. Just thinking of these things as I say this word here. Yam means sea. It also means west. And yama means seaward or westward. Just a note on Hebrew directions here. For the Hebrews, if this is our Mediterranean coast here, with the Red Sea, Sinai, let's put our Dead Sea in here, Sea of Galilee, etc. So here would be Cyprus. Toward the sea, we're talking the Mediterranean Sea here. this is considered west, or this is west. It's also considered behind you. To the east is in front of you. For us, modern people, north is straight ahead. Generally, that's how our maps are written, as this one is. And then south is behind us. For the ancient Hebrews, straight ahead was east, and backwards behind you was west, or toward the sea. So you have a word like sea and west. They're really talking about the same thing. And then also to your left would be north, or one way of expressing it, and to your right would be south, or toward the Araba. Anyway, that's just a little added bit of cultural, historical information. So, what do we have here? The directive He is a non-accented Kametz He that can be tacked onto the end of some nouns and adverbs that indicates direction towards, and sometimes you'll get some vocalization change as a result.